Displays. Check central rotor.
Let's have a look.
You can't stay hidden forever!
Temperature.
To understand.
I can't going to call for help. People can't hide their faces unless they're up to something.
My studies.
A body? No. Here? Leave me alone!
Clockwork is scouting. Let's see. Back face. Visual detection. Playback indicates lost enemy. Hello, are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floors or the sounds of your breathing anymore, but it seems like a reasonable guess that somehow you got beyond the inner walls of the house.
They got a letter from the Queen of Morley. However did they manage that? I wonder.
What in the void just happened?
Now, stormed out. But it must happen.
If you're there, I have to warn you, that area is not safe. Not meant for human passage. So you powered down my arc pylon. How resourceful. Freed Anton Sokolov.
Who's that?
Adapting to layout.
Huh?
Someone is asking for trouble. Pull over there. So let's see. What was it?
They say you confronted the infamous combat protocols. Quarry lost.
All right. At least Sokolov is safe. Now for Jindosh.
Sokolov is now safe and sound, and yet here you are again, back from playback indicates some detect unauthorized presence. Combat protocol encountered. Playback for combat protocol. Entering combat state. Military protocol. Indicates an older male. Combat. Combat protocol. Enemy encountered. Unauthorized presence. Playback for unambiguous entering combat. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Unauthorized presence. Alternative tactical mode. The machine has entered combat. Displays if someone eludes the machine. Enemy evasion. Quarry lost. Playback indicates lost enemy. Search. Extending exploration of the area. Let's see, Trent. She lay back for someone behind it. Backfacing detection. Shifting the walls and floors as if you were born here. Clever. Or are you just moving things at random? That's it. Closer and closer. I'm waiting. At last, Lord Protector, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder! Nothing then.
Karen Jindosh.
The machine is
Another
experiencing-
Clockworks soldier fooled by your trickery. Bravo, I suppose.
Somehow I got out of that alive.
General detection state. $1,000 rotations. Reintroducing graphite. This indicates the search protocol is underway.
Can't you?
The Shearers identified a lifeless
Welcome to the final mystery, Jindosh.
enemy evasion. Triggering electrostatic combat protocol. Stand clear. Switching to alternative tactical mode. Unauthorized presence.
did it. How is he?
Frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
All right, there's... the void again, but it feels different.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned Emily into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
What's she playing at? Maybe how is the question.
I told you. When you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Dismiss. Well, it's complicated. We'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
You're playing Jessie. Who is here now?
It was her. Delilah's lie. She broke it.
I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and you'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
How much of this is true, and how much is Delilah's warped imagination? 15 years ago, the Loyalist conspiracy asked me to kidnap Anton Sokolov, and I did. I took him from his home to the pub we were hiding in, and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? He laughed at us. He told dirty stories, taught Emily more than her governess could in 6 months. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
Even in the void, if only I could do more.
Jessamine, Delilah's stronger now.
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
Of course not. She's driving all of this.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and she has Emily. Anton, once we had you in a cage and you dared us to kill you, I need that man back.
Corvo, she's right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Serkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
The curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous. As obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?